Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Bitcoin. And guys, what I was looking at on Bitcoin here, what we're going to pay attention to, we're really going to dig into these moving averages, okay? And what we're going to do with these moving averages, we're going to look at them like a raging river. And the reason why I want you to do this is because of the power of trends, from short term to intermediate term to longer term trends are what we need to look at. And right now Bitcoin is in an intermediate term bullish uptrend. We're trying to turn it to that longer term bullish uptrend. That's what we're looking for. But what I wanted to do was give you the example, because in my area, guys, in the United States here, we've been having some just unbelievable flooding. It's been so crazy. I mean, thank God our house wasn't impacted by it. Obviously our land and everything, it's been pretty flooded and got a lot of craziness going on. But there's some people's houses who are, halfway underwater, and we're seeing people taking pumps and pumping stuff out of their house, water pumps and everything. And guys, if you could pray for them, just please say a prayer for everybody who's dealing with the flooding and everything. I really appreciate it. But what I want to do is compare these trends to like the rivers that I was seeing and the power of this water. And what you saw here, guys, we were so strong in this uptrend. You can see we were up above the 20 EMA, the 50 moving average, the 100 moving average, the 200-day moving average, and we just blasted off. And we had that blow off top. And then what happened was, guys, during this bear market, when we were setting these lower highs and lower lows, you started to see how these moving averages were like a raging river to the downside. Every time we started to hit that 20 EMA or the 50 or the 100 or the 200, we'd see rejection, and there was shorting that was taking place or selling taking place off that. But what's so important that a lot of people don't realize, and they've underestimated, guys, we're back up above that 200-day moving average. And we've talked about this for a month or so now in some of the past videos, but we have to realize we're up above all four moving averages right now. So what you're seeing is that big change in basically the trend, or that river like we were looking at. So we were below the 200-day moving average. We fell below it about May 2nd, 2018, and we were below it until April 3rd, 2019. So about 11 months, basically, guys, we were trapped below this. Think about that. Then we finally blasted up through that on some good volume. But what I wanted you all to pay attention to, we're going to look at some support areas, we're going to look at some resistance areas, but I wanted you to pay attention also. We do have, from this last major sell-off we had, guys, when we were having that last basically just dump down. And what happens, a lot of times you'll see that on big volume, and that's exactly what happened. So when we saw the supply and demand shift there, what we really haven't seen is too much increasing volume for the move that we've had here. I mean, we've literally went from 3,100 all the way up to about 9,500, and we're not seeing this type of volume here yet, guys. I'm not saying it's not going to come in, because very easily we could have, basically I like to even play volume trend line breaks, so we could have a big stick of volume that comes out of there and things continue to change. But what I wanted you to just keep on your radar is we've been pushing up in price, and our volume really hasn't been swelling a ton. Okay, it's much better than it was, back in some of these areas. If I get this off here, guys, some areas here where we really got small, but we do want to see some larger swelling volume. That's something that's really important that we do want to pay attention to. So now if we're continuously able to push up here, what we look at is 98.67 is overhead resistance. I tried to go the best off the real bodies that I could there, and then it's going to be up around that 11,531. And guys, if you like these updates, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Try to bring you updates as much as I can. All right? So those are my upside targets if we are just to continuously push up. But it's looking like we're getting just a hair overextended, guys. And it's one of those things, I don't know if we're going to continue to rally up to 10,000. Then we see some selling and a nice cool down, and we set a nice higher low, which would be beautiful. Because what we do, we just want to stair step here. We don't want to go straight up. Whenever we go straight up, we come down. And that's something you've all seen and we've realized, and it's something that we've went through. Right here, guys, pretty much straight up, straight down. And what we want to do, we want to build strong support and resistances on our way up, and that's making higher highs and higher lows. So right now, if we were to start falling to the downside, I'd look for support first at around 88, 81. And guys, that's going to be right here. So this was resistance, and we broke through it. And anytime you break through, you want old resistance to become new support, consolidate upon it, then make a higher high. That's something we're looking for. If that fails, what I would look down to is this 20 EMA, which we basically respected this whole time. We came down through it just a little bit here, but we got back up above it, and that's going to be at that 85.70. I would like to see that defended. Then I'd look at that 50 moving average, and that's going to be around 78.21 right there, guys. And then ultimately it'd be around this $6,500 we'd really want to see hold. That's going to be very important. Okay, you guys, I'm going to do this quick. I apologize. My computer here running out of battery. I thought I had a little bit more life left, but we're going to go through some of these indicators now. Let's hit the stochastic RSI. Stochastic, we're starting to have a little bit of a downward cross there, guys. We're at 83 and 87, so we're in overbought territory. Could we go higher? Yes, we've been higher, but it's something that you do want to keep on your radar there. We're in overbought territory. Next one, let's hit our RSI. I just want to go through some of the main oscillators with you while I have you here. So, guys, what we were seeing was our RSI was actually stronger at 5,100 than it was when we've been up here at 9,500. Basically what happened on the RSI, we pushed up, came back up again, pushed, and then came back down, and we set a higher low here from this area. So what you'd like to do is draw a trend line on this. It's right here, guys, and bring that up. In 1 second, let me plug in my computer. I'm going to grab my cord real quick. This will only take a couple seconds, so I don't lose you there. Alright guys, my apologies for that. I just wanted to be able to not get cut off here and go a little bit longer with you. So what we're looking at here, this is our higher low. So we did find a bounce here. But guys, we're having that bearish divergence. So when price is going up and the RSI is going down, that's something also you want to pay attention to. So our stock's a little overbought. We're having some bearish divergence. And remember, this is on the one-day chart is what we're looking at here. The next one I want to go to is our Bollinger Bands. And guys, with our Bollinger Bands, you can also see we're getting outside of these bands as well. So that's something we want to keep in mind. So basically, every indicator is showing that we're in overbought territory. You know, could we push up higher? Guys, you see it all the time. We'll be, the RSI is at 85, and then all of a sudden the whale comes in, pushes up to 93, and then dumps. But it's something that we do want to keep on our radar, that we're having these Bollinger Bands, we're having all these things coming up with major overhead resistance here at about 98.67. That's something that is important. Now, the middle band's back around that $8,500, 84.12, so that's definitely an area that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. And that's just me, guys. That's my opinion. Next one I want to take you to, once I get these Bollinger Bands off, we're going to go to the NVT. And this is the transactions, network transactions. Let me see if this will come up. Guys, we're at 159.48. Anything over 150 is in overbought territory with the NVT. Okay, so we do want to keep an eye on that. And this, is, I believe, is the NVTS. Let me see if I just have the NVT. See if that's any different there. Let's try this one. No, guys, that's not what I was looking for. I apologize. See if I can get that off there. There we go. I apologize for that, guys. I've never seen that pop up before. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I'm just seeing this, and I'm getting cautious. I'm very cautious about the spot we're at, because we're having overbought indicators right up here by this 98.67, that $10,000 psychological region. So this is an area we just want to protect ourselves, but I'm so happy that we have been up above these moving averages, up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. That's something that is special. We're no longer having that trapping us as overhead resistance like we were before. So guys, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Just want to bring a quick one here. Just pay attention. Could we have another move up? Absolutely. But I want you to just pay attention to the things that are in that overbought territory. God bless. Take care.